This video aims to teach you how to use Wondershare Filmora 13. These instructions will be split into 3 different sections. Let's start with Setup. Setup. This includes the steps of how to open Filmora and how to add the video, images, and audio you will be using into the program, as well as how to begin the process of video editing before you start. Editing. This section will provide steps that use some of the tools mentioned in the text document, including cutting and adding text. This is where most of your time will be spent because of how often these 2 tools are used. Final touches. In this section, you will be adding stuff like images, audio, animations, and more that bring a unique look to the video and make it more fun to watch. If you are familiar with the gaming genre of YouTube videos, this is where most of the magic that makes those videos eye-catching comes from. It will also make the cutting that you did in the editing portion of the video look more seamless. Now that you have been given the rundown on what you will be accomplishing, we can start with the steps in the first section. Before starting the first step, make sure that these 3 folders are on the home screen and that the Filmora logos to the left of them are on the taskbar. To begin, you'll need to open Filmora by clicking on the icon located on the home page or taskbar. Once this program opens, if there are any pop-ups, exit out of them as they won't be needed for what you'll be doing. Now you want to click on the blue button that says New Project, which will bring you to this screen. This screen is where all of your work will be done. You can probably already recognize some of the buttons and tools that were mentioned before. Now that we have Filmora open, we want to put all the files that we'll be using into the program. Minimize Filmora and open the 3 folders on the home screen named Video, Audio, and Images. After that is done, reopen Filmora and then go to your taskbar and click on the folder icon. Then one by one, open each folder and drag and drop the contents in the area with the icon that has a blue import button below it. Close all the folders once you are done. Now drag the video, which will be the one with the time of 21:53, into the area below with the icon of a picture and a plus mark in the upper right corner. Make sure to click Keep Project Settings so the quality of the video doesn't go down. The quality may look bad now, but can be fixed after the video is finished. With that step done, you have completed the setup section of these steps and are ready to move on to the editing portion. Editing will be the most time-consuming part of these steps, as the cut and text tools will be used constantly to get the video to a desirable length and to add a sort of commentary that is not present in the video. Let's start this section by cutting the video down so we only have the parts we need. During this, we will ensure that the boring parts of the video are taken out, keeping the audience engaged. First, click on the video to make sure it is selected, even though most likely it already is. Next, locate this red line with a pair of scissors on them and drag it to a more accessible position. Now watch the video for 10 seconds by clicking the play button located under the video player section of the program, and afterwards return to this step. You may notice that nothing of importance happened during that time, and nothing of importance will happen until around the 1 minute mark. So let's use the cut tool to get rid of the first minute of the video. Drag the red line and try to drag it around the 1 minute mark, or around the time the battle bus timer in the actual video is down to 5 seconds. After you've done that, you'll see that the video has been split into 2 different sections. Now what you need to do is click on the leftmost section of the video, then locate the delete button on your keyboard and press it. It is also possible to right click the section you want to delete and find it from there. Now click play on the video and watch it until the screen changes, then return to this step. You may now notice that because the first section of the video is gone, we're able to get to the interesting part sooner. This is what the audience of this video will care about the most. Now that you're done with that, I want you to go to these timestamps and follow the steps I just showed you to trim down useless parts of the videos even more. Cut at 6:45, then again at 7:05, then delete the part in the middle. It may seem abrupt right now, but it will be fixed later. Also, don't worry if the times you go to aren't exact, because the extra stuff we will add later will fill in these gaps. Now go to 825 and cut, then again at 905, but do not delete this part in the middle as we will be doing something else to it later to reduce time. Repeat this again at 10:07 and 11:40, also not deleting the clip in the middle. Then cut again at 12 and again at 13:05 and delete the clip in the middle. A final cut will be made at 15:20 and 16:30, and do not delete the clip in the middle. Congratulations, you've done all the cutting needed for this video, but you may be wondering, why did we cut in some places but left the clip without doing anything to it? We did this because the stuff happening at these parts of the video are important but are still boring to watch. So we'll be using the tool that speeds up these parts so the audience will be able to view these parts without having to sit through them as long. To start this, go to the section of the video between 8:25 and 9:05 and click it to select it. Return to this step after this has been done. Now in the upper right hand corner of the program, you will see 4 tabs: Video, Audio, Color, and Speed. For this task, you'll need to click on the Speed tab. You should see a screen that looks like this. If so, go to the next text box that has the numbers 1.00 in it and change it to 2.00. Then press the Enter key. After you make this change, watch the clip to see the difference. This step will change the timestamps that were mentioned before because the video length was shortened. So let's use a new tool that will help us navigate and see the project better. Use the zoom slider located here to zoom out until you see each section of the video you edited so far. You may notice that the parts of the video you sped up have an orange bar above them. Now go to the 5th portion of the video and change the speed of it also to 2.00. To finish this off, go to the 6th portion of the video and change the speed to 3.00. Alone, the speed up might look boring, but when paired with the next part of the editing steps, it will become more interesting to watch. To begin this step, first drag the slider on the bottom of the program and move it as far to the left as you can. Then do the same thing to the red line. These steps will utilize the zoom feature more, as it's easier to do some of these steps while zoomed in or out. On the same bar of the zoom slider to the far left, you will also see an icon that looks like a capital T. This is the button we will use to add text to the video. Let's start by adding a simple line of text at the start of the video to act as some sort of intro. Click the text button, then you should see 2 choices. One that says quick text and Quick Text 3D. Choose the one that says Quick Text and zoom in until you see the words text here above the video. You might have noticed when you created the text that the menu to your left has options for fonts, colors, a place to input your text, and more. Now what you need to do is choose a font that is fitting to the video. To do this, you need to click the box that says the font name located under the box that says text here. A drop down list that has a lot of fonts will appear, but don't worry as you'll only be using one for this video. Go through the list and choose a font that you like. After this, make sure you favorite it so it's easier to find when you make your next text box. Make sure this font is easy to read. If you are having a hard time choosing one, I suggest using Baloo, as it is smooth and easy to look at. Now return to the left side of the screen, drag the red slider over the box that says text here, and see if you can spot it in the video. You will notice that it is small and kind of hard to read because of the color. So to fix this, we'll be changing the font size, color, and give the text a border so they stand out. Return to the right side of the screen where you edit the text and change the font size to 36 and choose any color. Both of these tabs are located beside each other in the same place you changed the font. Below that, you will see multiple uppercase A's, which will give the font different styles. I recommend choosing one that has a good outline, but choose one of these and see how your text looks afterwards. More options are available if you use the scroll bar located to the right of the A's. After that is done, you have officially chosen the font choices you will be using for the text in this video, so let's begin adding the commentary. Return to the top of this screen and click inside the box that says text here, then remove the words inside and replace them with the words welcome to my video, or any other phrase you believe would fit an intro. Just make sure to keep it short for now. You will now see that in the video, the text has been replaced and your text is shown, but it's not placed in a good spot. To fix this, go to the text in the video and align your mouse until you see this plus sign appear. This means you can move the text as you please. Now move the text upwards until Filmora automatically locks it into the middle of the screen, then leave it there. Now restart the video and watch it until your text disappears. Most people will be able to read that amount of text in a short amount of time, but it will be useful if it was extended for just a bit longer. To extend the text, return the box on the editing portion of Filmora and put your cursor near the box until your cursor icon changes to this one. This means the text can either be shortened or extended, so drag it to the right and extend it for 5 more seconds. Don't worry if it's not exact. Now replay the video again until the text disappears, then return to this step. That is much better than before and gives the audience something else to look at before the interesting parts of the gameplay start. Now, so you want to change the font setting each time you want to add text, either right click the text box in the editing part of the video and click copy, or click on the text box until the menu on the right lets you alter it and hold down Control and press the C key. Both of these will copy the text and properties of it so you can paste it freely when needed and have the font size, font, and color stay the same. If you are zoomed in, zoom out until you can see each section of the video so we can add more text. Drag the red bar to 4:35 and zoom back in, then hold down Control and press the V key, or right click and press space. Now click on the new text box, change the text inside like you did before and put the words easy kill. Now play the video from when the text was added to when it disappears from the video. You will notice that the text goes on longer after the person was killed in the video, so now we want to shorten the amount of time this stays on screen by repeating the same step as when you were extending it, except this time drag it to the left until the character in the video starts running down the mountain. That looks a lot better and is less awkward, and also doesn't need to be moved to the middle of the screen. Now zoom out so we can add the text to the next place that needs it. Now go to the timestamp 10:05 and paste the text again in this place. Zoom in or out when necessary if it becomes hard to navigate. Now change the text so it shows the word "this guy scared me" in the video, then watch the clip. The clip being longer here makes sense because the clip is sped up and because of the long process that happens in this part of the video. One more piece of text will be added, so zoom out and navigate to the timestamp 16:04 and then paste the text. You will see that the text box reaches over the video, so shorten it until it locks in the same spot as the video ends. After that step is completed, replace the text with this: "I didn't like losing a game to fall damage, but thanks for watching." You will notice that the text doesn't fit on the screen. So to fix this, go to where you change the text and click between the words "damage" and then press enter. With that done, all the text needed for this video has been added, which includes completion in the editing portion of the video. Now you will be moving on to the final touches, which will add more of the fun parts you may have seen in videos before. You are finally ready to finish off this video. All of the hard parts have been done, and this portion is mostly drag and drop and choosing different graphics that will give the video a better look. To start off simple, let's use the subscribe and like images that we dragged in a while ago and place them both at the start of the video. Make sure you place one of these above the text box and then the other above that one so they can be shown at the same time. Similar to what we did with the text boxes, you want to drag the image boxes so that they will be the same length as the text box that says "Welcome to my video." Do this to both of the image boxes. You definitely notice that the images cover the whole screen right now. So to fix that, double click on the topmost image box and then look at how it is outlined on the video. If you are familiar with this outline, then you know how to shrink it down, but if you don't, go to one of the corners and shrink down the image until it looks similar to how I did it. Do the same thing to the other image. Afterward, drag each image one by one and place them in two different corners without covering the "Welcome to my video" text. After you have done that, go to the text box where you typed in "easy kill", then return to the step. At the top of the screen where you drag your images out, you will see multiple tabs including audio, titles, stickers, and more. You now want to click on the tab that says stickers, then type the phrase "LOL" into the search bar. Click on anyone that doesn't have a pink diamond near it and drag it into your project and extend it so it matches the time as the text box. You'll also want to shrink the image down to a similar size as I did here and drag it so it's placed above the text "easy kill". Go to your next text box where you type the text "this guy scared me", then return to the step. This time, type in something that makes you feel fear, then choose a graphic that doesn't have a pink diamond, and add it to your project. Just like the last step, you need to extend it to match the time as the text, shrink it, and drag it above the text. One more of these graphics will be added above the last text box, but this time, search for a graphic that reminds you of something sad, and add it to the project. Again, just like the last step, resize the images and extend it to match this time, putting it under the word you typed. With that done, we are ready to add audio to our project to give background music to the video. Make sure you click the tab that says Media at the top to return to the media you dragged in earlier. Then drag the bar at the bottom of the screen back to the start of the video. Choose one of the songs you dragged in and place it below the video, then watch it for 5 seconds so you can listen to it. If the volume sounds fine, then you don't need to bother changing it, but if it does, drag the blue bar here and lower it to reduce the sound until you feel like it's in a good place. Repeat this step with the last 2 songs, placing them directly on the right of the first song you played, and also changing the sound if you need to. If you scroll to the right, you will notice that the music doesn't fill up the whole video and that we don't have any more to fill in this gap. To fix this, just like we did with the graphics, we will use audio that Filmora provides. Above the area where your media is located, find the one that says audio and click it. This page will include a lot of songs, some being longer than you need to, but that's okay. Listen to some by hovering over them and clicking the play button located on the music node, and add enough to finish your project. If the song you choose exceeds the video limit, then just like the images and text, we can shorten it by changing the cursor and dragging it to the left until it matches the video. Now your concern may be that the video ends too abruptly, because the music stopped at a random place, but this can easily be changed with one of Filmora's features called Fade Out. To use this, make sure that the song is selected by clicking on it, then look for this tab on the right that says Audio. Look down the list until you see the ones that says Fade Out, and drag it to the right, or replace 0.00 to 43.00. It's okay if this number is not exact. Now listen to it and see if you notice a difference. Because you use fade out at the end of the video, it would only make sense to use it at the start of the video as well. So return to the start of your video, choose the song that you placed at the beginning, and this time, drag the slider that says fade in to the right, or replace the 0.00 to 35.00. Again, it doesn't matter if the number is exact. Congratulations, you have successfully followed the steps and edited the video. If you want, feel free to watch it or skim through, or just play around with the program, if you want to mess with some of the other features that I didn't include in these steps. Once you're done, make sure you click File in the upper left corner, Save As, then save it to the folder that appears.